Yes, ladies and gentlemen, come on, huge round of applause for SS Rajamouli Garu. So thank you so much. India, Mr. Sharad Devarajan. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much for your presence here. And finally, the voice of Baahubali himself, the extremely versatile. Yes, screams and shouts, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to make as much noise as you would want. Yes, now that we have our esteemed panel, let's hear more from them on the series. Kabaddi Ipudu stage paina unna panel members ni maatladavasinga korutunnanu. Yes, we'll have the group photo opportunity towards the end, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have the question answer session now. Yes, my friends from press and media, you'll get ample amount of time to get all the pictures. We're heading on with our panelists here and we'll, ask them few questions. I request our dignitaries to please be seated. Yeah? Nobody blocking the views, right? All right, thank you. So now the question to the most loved panelist here on stage, SS Rajamouli Garu. Namaskaram, sir. Thank you so much for making your presence felt here in our beloved Hyderabad. With the release of Baahubali, Crown of Blood, the excitement in Hyderabad is palpable. Can you share with us your thoughts on bringing the iconic Baahubali universe to life once again? What was your thought behind making a prequel of this franchise into an animated series? So please, me thoughts share chendi.
Andarki namaskaram andi. Okay. Well, it's a lot of thought that went behind in creating the Crown of Blood. Initially, when we started building the world of Baahubali for the films, as we started writing the pre-stories, the post-stories, the character arcs from beginning till end, we realized there is so much more to be given to the audience in terms of the characters and the stories. In the West, there is the standard, or what do you say, the way that any brand is created, it immediately goes into multiple media. It automatically happens because it's quite established, and when a brand is building, how it can travel into different areas. But in India, we don't have that. If a film does well, it does well, and that's it. It finishes with that. But we didn't want to do that. We wanted to continue, but we didn't know how to do that. And we tried many ways. We tried to create games. We tried to create a VR film. We tried to create a series in many ways, but on the process, because it's learning, we realized the most important thing is to associate with the right people. So we are expert in filmmakers, but I'm not an expert in animation. I'm not an expert in gaming. So it is very important to associate with the right people. So it took us some time to find the right people. Of course, Sharad came in and he shared his vision of making animation big in India. It is surprising that the colorful world of India doesn't, the animation doesn't really go beyond children's cartoons. So he had a vision of like we have to bring animation like in the West, like in the Japan, and here he had that thought, and of course they also shared the same vision, but to Hotstar also shared the same vision. Then we realized, okay, we have the right kind of people, so we associate with them, and they can take it forward. And then we had long story discussions with Sharad. It was very difficult decision for me to break myself from Baahubali and give it to Sharad and say, please take it forward from there. It's a very hard decision. Initially, I thought I wouldn't let him do anything with it without my consent. Then gradually I realized I have to let go. But before letting go, I took them through the process of how we made Baahubali. What are the characters, what are the conflicts, and if you have to take it out, you write any story you want, you create any characters that you want to. But there is a soul of Baahubali that resonated with the Indian audience or audience across the world wherever it played well. So I tried to explain them what that soul was. Yeah, he understood my love for the Baahubali characters and the story, and he grasped it, and he and his team worked beautifully, creating the characters, creating the story arc, creating the character arcs, and they came up with Crown of Blood. I'm so happy the way it turned out.
We are truly honored, sir, and we are so looking forward to watch the series Baahubali Crown of Blood. And with that, I'll move forward to Sharad Devarajan Garu.
Sir, I have one question, one compliment, one complaint, and one question. Let me start with my compliment. తెలుగు జాతి ఒకటి ఉందని చెప్పిన వాడు నందమూరి తారక రామారావు గారు అయితే, తెలుగు సినిమా ఒకటి ఉందని ప్రపంచానికి చెప్పిన వ్యక్తిగా రాజమౌళి గారు ఈజ్ నౌ బీయింగ్ రికగ్నైజ్డ్ అండ్ ఈజ్ బీయింగ్ హైలైటెడ్. దీనికి మీరు ఎలా రియాక్ట్ అవుతారు అనేది నా సెకండ్ ఇది అయిపోయిన తర్వాత మాట్లాడదాం. నెక్స్ట్, మీరు సినిమా కెరీర్ స్టార్ట్ చేసిన దగ్గర నుంచి స్టూడెంట్ నెంబర్ 1 నుంచి ఇప్పటి వరకు కూడా ద మీడియా ఈజ్ బీయింగ్ వెరీ వెరీ లవ్లీ అండ్ ఫ్రెండ్లీ టు యూ, అండ్ యూ ఆర్ ఆల్సో పేయింగ్ ద సేమ్. బట్ టుడే మీతో సినిమా తీయాలంటే ప్రొడ్యూసర్ 4 years 5 years వెయిట్ చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది. బట్ టుడే ద మీడియా వెయిటెడ్ ఫర్ యూ ఫర్ 5 hours సిన్స్ 1 o'clock టు స్టిల్ నౌ. Is the reason that because of the miscommunication, or because of you have given a wrong program, or we are given a wrong program? I don't know what is that. That I want a small clarification from you, please. And next, మీరు ఇందాక మాట్లాడేటప్పుడు ఒకటి అన్నారు, యానిమేషన్ అనేటువంటిది జపాన్లో కానీ చైనాలో కానీ డెవలప్ అయినంతగా ఇండియాలో డెవలప్ అవ్వలేదు. బట్ దిస్ ఐ హోప్ దట్ దిస్ సిరీస్ విల్ క్యారీ దట్ టు ద ఎంటైర్ వరల్డ్ అని చెప్పారు. డూ యూ రియల్లీ believe or confident that this series will take it to the Indian cinema, Indian animation to the next level? దాని మీద మీకున్న కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ఏంటి?
ఫస్ట్ దానికి థ్యాంక్ యూ అండి. సెకండ్ దానికి
సింపుల్ థ్యాంక్స్ అని చెప్పండి సార్.
సెకండ్
కొంచెం చెప్పండి.
సెకండ్ దానికి ఐ వాజ్ గివెన్ టైమ్ at 5:30.
You are given 5:30. Then you are given time at 5:30, but we are set at 1:30, sir.
Sorry, I don't know.
It is.
So I given 5:30. I was here at.
But we had a wonderful time with him all these years. ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఆయన మా టైం తీసేయలేదు.
Sir, he has no idea about it, sir, and he's already apologized for it. So if you can
no apologize, sir. Please apologize అదంతా వద్దు sir. Just we want to know how the press meets are being organized, and I want to make it a point that it should not happen.
Definitely, sir. It is noted, and yes.
ఏంటి ఎపిసోడ్ చూడటం కాదు శేఖ్.
All right. Can we move forward to the yes. We have a next question. If you can please stand up and
Rajamouli garu.
మీ పేరు ఏంటి చెప్పండి and introduce yourself.
Tarak from
మీ పబ్లికేషన్ పేరు కూడా చెప్పండి.
Tarak from NTV, sir. Sir. యాక్చువల్లీ బాహుబలి అనేది తెలుగు వాళ్ళకి ఒక సినిమా కాదు సార్. ఇట్స్ అన్ ఎమోషన్. అంటే దాదాపు 9 yearsగా మేము ఫీల్ అవుతున్న ఒక ఎమోషన్. ఇట్స్ అవర్ ప్రైడ్ అనమాట. యాక్చువల్గా ఇండియా పాకిస్తాన్ క్రికెట్ మ్యాచ్ వస్తే 6 గంటలు దాని కోసం వెయిట్ చేస్తాం. బాహుబలి 1 and 2 వేస్తే మళ్ళీ 6 గంటలు కూర్చొని చూస్తాం. ఈ రెండింటికి మేము 6 గంటలు అనేది చూస్తాం. మిగతా దేనికి కూడా టీవీ ముందు 6 గంటలు కూర్చోవడం అనేది ఇంపాసిబుల్. అయితే మాకు 9 సంవత్సరాలు కనెక్ట్ అయిపోయింది ఏంటంటే ప్రతి క్యారెక్టర్ వాళ్ళ వాయిస్ ఇవి బాగా ఇదైపోయినాయి. ఈ సిరీస్లో మేము అబ్జర్వ్ చేసింది ఏంటంటే సార్, హానెస్ట్గా చెప్తున్నాను, మిగతా క్యారెక్టర్స్ అన్నీ ఓకే, కానీ మెయిన్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ అయిన కట్టప్ప అండ్ బాహుబలి ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళకి మాత్రం కొంచెం ఫేస్ కట్స్ కూడా కొంచెం డిఫరెన్షియేట్ చేసినట్టు అనిపించింది సార్. ఇంకోటి ఏంటంటే ఆ బాహుబలి క్యారెక్టర్లో మీకు బాగా ఇష్టమైన ధోని గారి పోలికలు కొన్ని కనిపించింది మాకు. అది కావాలని చేశారా, ఇంటెన్షనల్గా చేశారా, ఎలా జరిగింది సార్?
లేదు, ఇంటెన్షన్ ఏం లేదండి. ప్రాబ్లీ క్రియేట్ చేసినప్పుడు ద క్రియేటర్స్ వాళ్ళు క్రియేట్ చేసినప్పుడు నాకులాగే ఆ క్రియేటర్ కూడా ధోని అంటే చాలా ఇష్టమేమో. సో మనకి ఇష్టమైన వాళ్ళు తెలిసినప్పుడు వాళ్ళని అనుకరించడం ఆటోమేటిక్గా జరిగిపోతూ ఉంటుంది. ప్రాబబ్లీ దట్స్ హౌ దే డిడ్ ఇట్. యువర్ ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ వాజ్ ఓకే, ద వాయిసెస్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ ద సేమ్ వే, సేమ్ అండి. ఇందాక చెప్పినట్టు వీ హ్యావ్ ఫర్ అ ఫ్రాంచైజ్ టు కంటిన్యూ బియాండ్ అస్, మన తర్వాత కూడా అవి ముందుకు వెళ్ళాలంటే మన ఈగోని, మన ప్రేమని రెండింటిని కూడా కొంచెం పక్కకి వెనక్కి లాక్కొని వీ హ్యావ్ టు గివ్ ఇట్ టు ద నెక్స్ట్ సెట్ ఆఫ్ క్రియేటర్స్. సో దట్స్ అ కాన్షియస్ డెసిషన్ టు డూ దాట్, టు గివ్ ద వాయిసెస్, ద డైరెక్షన్, ద స్టోరీ రైటింగ్ ఫర్ అదర్స్, టు ఫీల్ ద soul of the film but not take anything from it but just carry it forward. That is the reason.
సార్, అయితే యాక్చువల్గా ఇందా మీరు ఒక మాట అన్నారు, అంటే ఫస్ట్ నేను నా చేతుల్లో నుంచి స్టోరీ కానీ ఇది వెళ్ళకూడదు అనుకున్నాను. బట్ ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ ఐ రియలైజ్ అని చెప్పాను. అంటే మహేష్ బాబు గారి స్టోరీకి సైమల్టేనియస్గా డిస్కషన్స్ జరగడం వలన అది ఇవ్వాల్సి వచ్చిందా లేదంటే?
ఐఎమ్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ 9 years, ఈవెన్ బిఫోర్ RRR. 9 years ముందు నుంచి. ఇట్స్ నాట్ జస్ట్ అబౌట్ యానిమేషన్. ఐఎమ్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ ఆల్ అదర్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్స్ దట్ ద Bahubali is going to go forward. It's not just the animated series. Bahubali world is going to expand into many other media, వేరే మీడియాలో కూడా రాబోతుంది. బట్ దిస్ ఇస్ నాట్ ద ప్లాట్ఫామ్ టు టాక్ అబౌట్ దట్. అందుకు జస్ట్ దీని గురించి చెప్తున్నాను.
సార్, అయితే మాకు కంక్లూజన్లో కూడా చిన్న కన్ఫ్యూజన్ పెట్టారు సార్.
Yes, let's just stick to one question because there are so many people who have questions. Please, one question each. Can you move on to
animation work today will really sustain the same magical interest that you created in film?
Okay, I'll explain it. We all know Baahubali is
Please sir, start.
Excuse me.
okay, let me explain it. We all know Baahubali is the biggest hit in the
Widely watched
in the industry. And if you just take India, we have like 140 crore population. Let's say about 120 crore people go to films and watch.
Yes sir.
The number of tickets that were sold for the biggest film ever in the country is 10 crores.
Okay.
Of 120 crore people, the tickets sold were 10 crores. So there are 110 crore people who
will
not
not
watch the
witness
film in theaters. So just look at the numbers. Of course, many of them might have watched on television, on OTT and all the other stuff. But what I'm saying is, we live in the world of films. So we think everything is film watching. We think every audience are film watching audience. But that is not true. People like storytelling entertainment. మనకందరికీ మన చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి సినిమాల్లో బతికాం కాబట్టి సినిమా ఒక్కటే మేజర్ కనిపిస్తుంది. ఆఫ్ కోర్స్ ఇండియాలో సినిమా ఇస్ స్టిల్ మేజర్, బట్ ఐఎమ్ స్టిల్ టెలింగ్ దట్ ఈస్ ఓన్లీ 10 crore people of 120 crores. So there are other people who get the storytelling entertainment from books, from novels, from comics, from games, and different kind of watching. There are people who watch only anime. Here in Hyderabad, I can tell you so many people who don't watch regular films. They watch only Japanese anime. There are people who watch only animation, Western animation, or Disney. One of the most popular animation. There are different kinds of people in different areas who get that storytelling entertainment in different ways. The idea of Baahubali is to touch all those people, not just film going people.
All the spectrum.
All the spectrum of people in all this thing. And in that aspect, that people who are really interested in animation had a long time longing, why are producers not making quality animation that we want? Why it is only just cartoon, 2D children's cartoon? Why are we not getting a high quality 2D animation? There is 2D animation, there is 3D animation, there is different anime, Japanese anime is different, there are different spectrums in that. Andurlo, there are a lot of fans who want 2D animation in India to develop, and this is for them, and I'm pretty sure that it's going to resonate within the...
My point is, when you made Baahubali, you were sure enough or shrewd enough, you have cut the film into 2 parts with a brilliant climax for the first part. That is where you could really balance the interest or that gripping moment in the film. What my question is, that has really geared up the interest for the second part, right? So what my point is, will really this kind of animation work will really repeat that magic of gripping intensity?
Exactly. And see, audience తో ఎలాగ రియాక్ట్ అవుతారు అనేది ఎగ్జాక్ట్గా we can never tell.
Okay.
But we are still thinking in terms of our film glasses. We are still talking about 2 parts. First part, there is a cliffhanger ending. Why Katappa killed Baahubali? That geared up the second part. Then there is this kind of action sequences. This is the songs. We are still talking in terms of putting our film glasses on watching. I am talking from the animation point of view. Animation doesn't work like that. There is no one part or
That's
second
what
part.
it is.
No, there is a season that comes and people watch it as a season. Definitely there will be a cliffhanger ending for the season. And even if we choose in 2 episodes, the ending, I don't know whether we can talk that about it now. Just bringing Katappa and Baahubali face to face each other in an arena is a brilliant thought. For the
Yes.
people who love the animation storytelling, that's a brilliant thought. Of course, they can watch the episode 3 immediately, but I'm pretty sure that we are going to get a much more compelling cliffhanger ending at the season episode 9.
Shobhagar.
Yes, so for the
Request one thing, can I request one thing? Can you please keep your phones on silent mode? It's very disturbing for everyone.
yes, everybody, please, if you can
రాజమౌళి గారు
Sir, this is Aina
place your
from
mobile
Instant
phone to the
Bollywood.
silent mode. And
Shobhagar.
yes, yes.
సార్ రాజమౌళి గారు
सर बैठ जाइए प्लीज वो पूछ रही है
Shobhagar.
Yeah, your mic is on. The mic
Hello.
is on, right?
So my question to you is, to Rajamouli sir, that did the entire concept and the new characters come to you when during the franchise of Baahubali, or was it when you saw the audience reaction, the love towards it, that inculcated the thought that we could do something like this for Baahubali Crown of Blood?
Not the entire characters, but we please. Not the entire characters, but we knew where we can expand the stories. We have see, this is not exactly a prequel. This happens right in the middle of the film, right in the middle of film where we had a chance where we can split the story into 2 and insert sequences or stories where they can continue, and constantly you'll be reminded of what happened in the story that you know of, and this will generate the interest that is going on the present film. Of course, we didn't create the entire story, but we created spaces. We know where there were spaces where we could expand upon. All those things we discussed with Sharath before starting. We talked about prequels. We talked about in between where we can expand the story. We talked about post Baahubali what can happen. We talked about different scenarios and picked up the best of.
Shobhagar.
సార్
All right, we have a lady up. Yeah.
Sir, Shobhagar.
सर यू आस्क्ड वन लेटर
Yeah. That's and we're redoing that only for several reasons. That will be discussed separately, not here. Yeah. Thank you.
రాజమౌళి గారు ఇక్కడ
But it will.
యాక్చువల్లీ నేను ఒక క్వశ్చన్ దాని తర్వాత వాళ్ళు అడుగుతారు. అయితే ఫస్ట్ బాహుబలి ఏదైతే ఉందో ఫస్ట్ పార్ట్ కట్టప్ ఎందుకు చంపాడు అనేది అందులో ఒక క్వశ్చన్ ఉండిపోయింది. అంటే కొన్ని ఇయర్స్ పాటు సెకండ్ పార్ట్ వచ్చే వరకు కూడా. ఇప్పుడు ఈ సిరీస్ చూసిన తర్వాత యానిమేషన్లో బాహుబలి లాంటి ఒక మంచి స్టోరీని రాజమౌళి గారే కిల్ చేసినట్లు అనిపించింది. అంటే బాహుబలి అందరికీ కూడా ఆ 2 పార్ట్స్ అనేవి ఒక ఎమోషన్.
బట్ ఇది చూసిన తర్వాత ఆ స్టోరీలో వచ్చిన చేంజెస్ యాక్సెప్టబుల్గా అనిపించట్లేదు, వాళ్ళ వాయిస్ కావచ్చు, ఫేసెస్ కావచ్చు. సో దాన్ని మీకు మీరుగానే కిల్ చేసినట్లు అనిపించింది.
అనుకోవట్లేదండి, బట్ విల్ వెయిట్ అండ్ సీ.
All right,
I still say that you are still watching with the film glasses. Let's see, let the animation glasses come on.
Yes.
Rajamouli sir.
Sir, please, we have another one
Rajamouli
waiting
sir.
for a long time.
Just one question. One question. Sir.
Please go ahead.
Hi, sir.
That's the last question.
Yes. Hi sir. So, sir, like you pointed out, animation.
Wait, please.
So, like you pointed out, the medium of animation hasn't really gone beyond, the children's genre in India. Let's hope this changes that. Whereas in the West, we have seen filmmakers like even Spielberg, Brad Bird, even Bong Joon-ho is actually making a feature-length animation film. And so you are quite notorious for pouring in efforts to achieve striking imagery, right? As a fan, I want to know, is this medium something that fascinates you to bring the worlds in your mind to screen? Have you given a thought? Are you open to embracing this medium?
Yes, absolutely, and it's been on my mind for a very, very long time. And my way of working is like, as I keep making films, I keep learning things, which will enable me to venture into newer areas in my forthcoming films. Not just my films, whether whichever people I associate with, whichever people I talk to, I try to learn things which will help me go forward. So I have a thought of, not just thought of, for a long time I nurtured the thought of making an animation film, and whether it's the Ega that I made, a small part which is animated, or when I am associating with Sharad and Hotstar, all those things are for me to learn how these things are working. So it helps me develop my tools, develop my skills to make a film one day.
Hopefully.
Rajamouli garu.
Yes, sir. Please, if you can make your questions also to Mr. Sharad Kelkar here. We have, Shobhu Garu.
Sir, okay. Sir, what do you think is the future of animation in India and how Indian OTT platforms are helping into it? And from Sharad sir, while you were dubbing for Baahubali, you had a reference point of Prabhas's mannerisms, right? When he was angry, your voice was different, and when he was like delivering normal dialogues, your voice was different. And here in animation, you did not have a reference point. So how did you go about it? Did you bring your own element to it? How did you manage to dub it so well? Thank
All right,
you.
so first we'll go to Rajamouli Garu, sir.
I think it is ability to make the connect. I am a huge fan of animation films, especially Disney films like Let It Be, The Lion King, Aladdin, all those films that came in the 80s and 90s, which is the time that I watched animation films. And I remember watching those films with halls full of audience cheering, clapping, laughing, enjoying it like any other mass masala movie that we watched. So I think the audience are there for animation films. It is just that the inability of us, the filmmakers, to come out with good animation content, and also the ability to make this connection. If you have seen Magadira, how the connection happens between Kajal and Ram Charan, right? That magical connection has to happen. It hasn't come closer. The moment it comes, I think it is like a floodgates that open, and there will be like tons and tons of content that will be created and devoured, I would say, I'll use the word, by the audiences. I think the audience are there. I think the intent is there. I think it is just that one magical connection that needs to happen, and I'm hoping they started. Many people will be surprised to know, with Disney Hotstar having so much of content, variety of content in so many languages, the biggest show is an animation film, Legend of Hanuman. I didn't know that. I was pleasantly surprised. That's a great thing. So the connection started happening. I think Crown of Blood will take it forward, and soon we'll find that magical connection.
Yes, the connection will grow deeper.
Abroad and make it so big. Even today, the way we are promoting this animation series, how much do you think your financial decisions have evolved?
I don't involve financially in any which way. But first thing is like, I don't think high of myself, I don't think low of myself. If my next project is coming out, I don't assume everyone will be waiting for it. At the same time, I don't think I'm a nobody. I try to get into the right frame of mind, and I'm always eager to look for newer audiences. So how can I reach to the newer audiences, and how can I make them come and watch my movie? How can I rake the interest in them? That is the only thought that drives the entire publicity campaign. When we said that we spent zero budget on Baahubali, that means yes, we didn't buy any slots, we didn't pay any papers or websites to put up the posters or anything like that. But we did a lot of homework for that. We created so many videos, we created digital posters internally as a part of the within our team itself. We created the digital posters. We released the characters. We released the making videos. So we did a lot of things. Shubhu can explain a lot of it, how we did it. So there is a lot of publicity happened, but thing is we didn't spend money to do it. We just used our brains and time to do it. So each film is different, each product is different, and how you market it differs from product to product. But at the base of it, we constantly strive to bring in, how can I bring in newer audiences to get interested in this product? That drives the whole publicity campaign.
So with that, a group picture of the dignitaries, and then it will be a solo of Rajamouli Garu. Yes, my dear friends from the press and media, first we have a group photo opportunity with all the dignitaries here on stage. If you can also please place your mobile phones on the silent mode, dear friends. Yes. And the third picture. Yes, Mr. Rajamouli, of you together. Upstairs, so I request you to please proceed.